So hey y'all, it's Justin with the Daily Talk. Got a email earlier this evening about a FOIA request, Freedom of Information Act, from the Orange County Sheriff's Office, and I find it pretty funny. The Orange County Sheriff's Office FOIA request cost us taxpayers money. I thought that was free of charge. I thought that was something that we the people, taxpayers, that covers. And I just find it hard to believe that, you know, they're charging us money for this service that they're already getting a free paycheck, right? So I got this email, Freedom of Information Act FOIA request, and was kind of shocked that I did actually, because I just can't believe that they would charge a citizen that requests information that should be free. I mean, it was a call that was directed to my address or the whereabouts as far as like the general area. And it was involving ultimately me and the stepchildren I have. So let me get my mouse. Right here, they're charging me $35.17 for an invoice for request number 24-6690 for 88 minutes of their time to look at 6 body cam footage, to review it and find information which they're not going to give out. I guarantee you it's going to be circumstantial to all the interaction that I had with them and not with the reporting party that made the phone call. This type of stuff, like, it makes no sense. We're asking for a Freedom of Information Act documentation, and they're sitting here and saying, "Okay, yeah, we'll give it to you. We'll give you the paperwork today for free, and then if it's any additional pages, we'll charge you." I said, "Okay, well, no big deal." And then they're like, "We'll get you the video footage and whatnot within 6 weeks." I said, "Okay," and it's been about that. And then next thing you know, I get an invoice on the email in the computer that says I either pay them basically $36, or they'll just consider it null and void, and they'll just discontinue and erase the footage as far as what they have that they've supposedly copied from me. So how is that? You pay money for a service. Your tax funds go to this agency for the state, and they want to get nickel and dime you every chance they get. How is that? Freedom of Information Act. Why is it should be called Cost of Information Act, because you're not getting nothing for free. Yeah, I understand. I get it. You have the right and the freedom to get information, but not privy to sensitive information, which would be name, male or female, address, phone number, date of birth, those things that, technically anybody could look up on the internet for free. So why is it that the county is charging or wanting to charge me money for video footage that I requested about a call that was brought up that was technically fictitious? And that's why I wanted to get to kind of the bottom of it, to find out why, what, and where, because the story doesn't add up to what I was told by the sheriff's office. So I've requested to speak to Sheriff John Mina, and of course, they're way too busy. Like, doing what? What the hell are you doing that you can't even get off your ass for 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, and make a phone call? Because I know you ain't out there like Sheriff Judd out there beating the streets. I guarantee you're not. So I don't dislike police. I've been around it all my life. But, when you're trying to charge me for something that should already be free anyways, that's already been paid for by the government, we the people, is just ludicrous. So, that was just my question for tonight, to try to figure out why are you charging me for something that's totally free anyways. It's not like they're having to boot up hard drives and get satellite banks linking up and all that. So I don't understand it. So anyways, that was my little riff for tonight. But yeah, I'm a little aggravated with that because it doesn't make sense to me. Why am I having to pay you for probably video footage of myself in my home outside of it versus the person that actually made a complaint or made a phone call? Let me call the police on them. So, I think that's more or less the issue because they moved from next to us to the front of the neighborhood, and we moved from that side to the other side of the neighborhood. I think that was the person that called because they were just going to have their way. They were just, well, I'll show him. And I don't have no problem with nobody in the neighborhood. I might tell you, hey, why don't you stop talking ghetto because I'm trying to be civilized with you here. But you know how that goes. They get mad and pissed off because you actually said that. So, of course, she probably holds a grudge from that when there was a misunderstanding in the very beginning. And she took it out of context. So that's kind of probably why the phone call was made, I would say, a month or two ago. So, and since then, the same deputies have seen me and seen the kids and high-fiving the kids and everything's been smooth sailing. So, like I said, why are you charging me for information that I want about me and about my family? I don't, if it was about something else that happened in the neighborhood, I'm like, what's going on over here? Then that's different. I'd be like, okay, yeah, I can understand paying y'all money, but when I'm calling you and I'm getting information, I drive down to the sheriff's office and I'm trying to get information and video footage and everything to prove the case as far as, hey, did this person actually really go down here? Who called? If you can't tell me who called, then what area, what GPS location were they in when they made the call? How many calls came in? If this is totally true. Because, we got a lot of bogus people out here today that call in and cry and whine like little babies, and then come to find out nothing really, came of the issue. It's just they were just trying to be well, I'm going to show him, or I'm going to do this because I'm a Karen and I'm going to get, I'm going to find out what's going on. It just can't happen. So that's why I made this video, to kind of just ask the question, why are you charging me for something that's involving me and not some John Q. Public? And it's called Freedom of Information Act. Why is there a charge on this? You have people that are working there at the sheriff's office and in the courthouse. Why are you charging people for services that are already considered paid for by the state and the government and the taxpayers? There's no reason behind it. And then when you try to contact the undersheriff or the sheriff or the assistant of the sheriff, thank you for calling the Orange County Sheriff's Office. At this time, your call cannot be completed, or some other bull. And the next thing you know, you can never get a hold of nobody that's in charge of doing anything because they don't want to answer for that. Oh, no. They don't want to look bad at all. They don't want to have to get questioned for any reason. So this is why I'm just curious. Why are you charging me for services rendered that involve me? So comment, subscribe, like, let me know what y'all think.